If you were to ask a young group of children what they think of when you ask them about women in movies, a large majority of them will probably list one of the Disney princesses. This is because at a young age we are all told that the princesses are for girls. And as a society, we see most of these princesses as strong role models for today's youth, teaching them to be kind towards one another and treat everyone with respect. However, with the exception of maybe Frozen and Beauty and the Beast, in every single princess movie, the princess is always saved by the prince in the end. The whole movie leading up to that point is just the princess falling in love with the prince and the adventures that conspire around it. Princess movies are not the only ones at fault. A lot of movies like Hercules, for example, have a strong hero rushing the danger to save the woman he loves. It is the typical damsel in distress bit that we see time and time again throughout our entertainment history. Even fun-loving movies like Footloose show this knight in shining armor trend. Though it is a movie about the freedom to sing and dance, there is a sub-story in which Ren saves Laurie from her previous bad decisions and rebellious self, showing that no matter where you look, there always seems to be a trend of males to be the dominant hero in everything. However, more and more women have begun to get better roles that put them in similar grounds as men. In Mad Max Thunderdome, we see a strong female character, Auntie Entity, who is the leader of a large post-apocalyptic civilization and have many men working underneath her. That, however, is just an early example. More recently, we see characters like the Black Widow, who, in a superhero movie, is able to be the only female member of the Avengers, and all without having any superpowers. She's able to show the world that women can be just as strong as men. Another example of strong women in modern entertainment is Katniss from the Hunger Games. She's able to, as a female, not only win the 74th Hunger Games, but also lead the revolution to take down the capital and start a new country based on equality instead of the districts. Unfortunately, she is not able to do this with her bow skills alone. Many times throughout the story, she is forced to exploit her feminine charms to gain the support of the people. This is a blatant example of how even though at face value, women are starting to become the heroes, they are still held back by some social expectations on how women should act. Movies are not the only form of entertainment that have come a long way, although almost anything is better than the 60s TV show I Dream of Jeannie. This show is about an Air Force man who finds a dim-witted attractive female, Jeannie, who grants his every wish and is always by his side in a very subservient manner. Comedies like The Big Bang Theory appear to simply follow the comedic adventures of the 7 main characters, and to an extent it does. However, each of the female characters has an undesirable trait that society considers negative female stereotypes. Penny is not as smart as everyone else, and has a easy-to-get reputation. Amy may be the smartest female, but doesn't fit in with the rest of society, and Bernadette is high-pitched and overbearing on others to get what she wants. Other shows like The Mick have strong female leads. Mick is the boss in the show and even has a boyfriend who will do her every beck and will, showing how she is truly in charge. Even amongst the siblings, the sister is the one calling the shots, showing again how a female's in charge. Unfortunately, in this show, things don't always turn out for the best. Video games are also showing improvement for equal male and female representation. Games like the Tomb Raider have been in the eyes of the public for many years, showing how a lone female can pull off incredible acts of bravery without the assistance from anyone else. The only bash people have against Lara Croft is that she may dress too light. Another classic female video game character is Samus. With her power suit, she is able to defeat swarms of bad guys. Unfortunately, up until recently, without her power suit, she's extremely weak, leading some to say she is only strong because of the suit. Newer games like Assassin's Creed Syndicate allow the option to play as one of the twin assassins, brother and sister. Both siblings are great assassins and very capable of taking down whole organizations. The only qualities that separate the two is the fact that the brother is better in hand-to-hand combat and the sister is better at stealth, each playing into the male and female stereotypes. The truest example of gender equality in any entertainment is in the Destiny games. In Destiny, you get to choose the race and gender of your character without affecting your stats in any way. No matter what you choose to play as, everyone starts off with the exact same abilities and only improves by how often and where you choose to play the character in the game. Gender and race truly have no effect on how the game is played.